This is a video to demonstrate how to transfer D4 database editor files to a D4 controller via the Ethernet port. There's a known issue with the D4 editor that's preventing us from saving files to the C Windows program files times 86 folder. That's the default folder because that's where the D4 editor is installed. In order to correct this problem, we're going to go to File, Working Directory, and we're going to make sure that we are not using the program files times 86 folder. Instead, we're going to go to Users, select our username, and under Documents, we're going to open a folder, create a new folder. I already created a folder. I called it D4 database. Then we're going to transfer the entire contents of a USB backup key into this folder. So all the files that we've been saving via the USB backup key will be on one of these memory sticks. And then you simply transfer all those files over to your folder. You're going to select the folder. And from this point forward, that's going to be my working directory on this computer. I'm going to go File, Load, and that's going to give me all the intersections that have been saved to that memory stick. This should be regularly updated on your computer as well, because there's going to be always new files being added to the backup USB keys. There will not be an asset number. You're going to look up the intersection via the intersection name. I'm going to select Raimon Upper James. And then we're going to go File, Edit Config. We're going to make changes only to the System section of this window. The controller address is always going to be 1, and we're going to enter an IP address. This is the IP address that has been assigned to this controller. This can be found either in kits or in the paperwork at the intersection. The Ethernet port is always going to be 162. Once all this information has been entered, please press Save As. This will save those settings to this session. Then we're going to go to Communication, and we're going to make sure that Ethernet is being selected and that time port 161 is being selected. This is always going to be the same. But it's a good practice to check that the settings have not changed. Press Save, and you should be ready to transfer the timing files. We're going to hit Download All, and you can see the progress bar at the top. We are transferring the file over, and it's done. Be aware that sometimes this step will fail if there is a connectivity problem with the controller. If that happens, recycle the power in the controller. At this point in time, I will go to the screen on the controller to double check that the right intersection name is being displayed. And my front panel display is currently showing Raimon Upper James, which is what we selected. Now we're going to make one manual change on the controller. The only thing that doesn't get transferred is the asset number or database number. That needs to be manually entered in the controller. The asset database number should be documented on the door of the cabinet or in your signal timing paperwork.